Thought you'd seen it all? Think again. Welcome to part 2 of our series on mind-blowing optical illusions that will trick your brain. If you're ready for more brain-bending visuals, stick around because this time, we're diving even deeper. Illusion 1, the Ames Room. Let's kick off part 2 with the Ames Room. This bizarrely shaped room creates a powerful illusion of people growing or shrinking as they move across the space. It tricks your brain into thinking the room is normal, but it's actually distorted in such a way that the size perception gets completely messed up. It's all about forced perspective. Illusion 2, the Zollner Illusion. Next up is the Zollner Illusion. Those diagonal lines look like they're diverging, right? But they're perfectly parallel. The intersecting short lines trick your brain into seeing distortion that doesn't exist, creating an illusion of movement and depth where there isn't any. Illusion 3, the Herring Illusion. Here's a real brain twister. The Herring Illusion. The two straight lines in the center appear to bend outward due to the background of radiating lines. Your brain interprets these lines as being part of a perspective, making the straight lines appear curved. In reality, they're completely straight. Illusion 4, the Ponzo Illusion. Look at the two horizontal lines in this image. The top line looks longer than the bottom, doesn't it? But they're the same size. This is the Ponzo Illusion, where your brain is tricked by perspective. The converging lines make the top line appear further away and therefore bigger, even though they're identical. Illusion 5, the Jastra Illusion. Prepare to be baffled by the Jastra Illusion. Look at these two identical shapes. One appears larger than the other, but they're exactly the same size. This illusion plays with how our brain perceives depth and curvature, tricking us into seeing differences that aren't there. Illusion 6, the Lilac Chaser. Stare at the cross in the middle of this illusion for a few seconds. Do you see a green dot? Or maybe the lilac dots start to disappear. This is the Lilac Chaser illusion, which exploits how our brains process motion and color. Your brain fills in the gaps by creating a green that doesn't actually exist, and eventually, the lilac dots vanish. Illusion 7, the Ebbing House Illusion. Here's the Ebbing House Illusion. Look at the two orange circles. One looks larger, right? But they're actually the same size. This illusion occurs because of the surrounding context. The orange circle surrounded by small blue circles looks bigger, while the one surrounded by larger circles looks smaller. Your brain uses relative size to judge proportions. Illusion 8, the Fraser Spiral. Check out the Fraser Spiral. At first glance, you probably see spirals, but they're actually a series of concentric circles. The background pattern and the way the lines are drawn make your brain think that the circles are spiraling inward or outward. It's all about how your brain interprets the angles. Illusion 9, the Poggendorf Illusion. Look at this diagonal line crossing behind the rectangle. Does it seem like the two parts don't line up? That's the Poggendorf Illusion, where the brain misinterprets the alignment of the diagonal due to the interruption of the background shape. It's a simple trick that makes you question your sense of geometry. Illusion 10, the Troxler Effect. And finally, the Troxler Effect. Stare at the center of this image for a few seconds and watch as the blurry edges seem to disappear. This happens because when you fixate on a single point, your brain starts to ignore the surrounding visual stimuli, making them fade away. It's a demonstration of how our brains filter out information to keep us focused. That's it for part 2. Optical illusions show just how easily our minds can be tricked by perspective, colors, and shapes. If these illusions blew your mind, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for even more brain-bending content. And don't forget to share this with your friends. Let's see if they can figure them out too.